40 boxing legends that you should know. Step into the ring and prepare to be captivated as we journey through time to meet the legends who have shaped the thrilling narrative of boxing. From the golden grace of Sugar Ray Robinson to the unrivaled tenacity of Muhammad Ali. From the punishing power of Sonny Liston to the technical mastery of Marvin Hagler. These aren't just athletes. They are storytellers, with every punch thrown and every bruise worn a line in the vivid chapters of their lives. In this comprehensive tribute, we will introduce you to 40 boxing legends that are not just names, but icons who have indelibly marked the sweet science of boxing. Whether you're a lifelong fan of the sport or a curious newcomer eager to explore its rich tapestry, this is your front row ticket to the heart and soul of boxing. Known as the Hawk, Aaron Pryor was a whirlwind in the ring during his reign from 1976 to 1990. With an exceptional career record of 39 wins, 35 by knockout, 1 loss and 0 draws, Pryor was a relentless force. He captured the WBA light welterweight title in 1980 and held on to it until 1983, defending it a remarkable 8 times. One of his most memorable bouts was against boxing legend Alexis Arguello, in which Pryor's devastating combinations earned him a 14th round TKO in their 1982 bout, a fight many pundits consider one of the greatest ever. Pryor's only loss came late in his career against Bobby Joe Young in 1987. Despite his troubled personal life outside of the ring, Pryor's energy and talent solidified his legacy as one of boxing's greats. Archie Moore, dubbed the Old Mongoose. Archie Moore boxed professionally from 1935 to 1963, boasting an extraordinary career record of 186 wins, 132 by knockout, 23 losses, and 10 draws. Moore is renowned as one of the greatest light heavyweights of all time. He held the World Light Heavyweight Championship for an astounding decade, from 1952 to 1962, and his record of 132 knockouts still stands unbeaten. Moore also fought against greats like Rocky Marciano and Floyd Patterson, despite losing to both. His resilience, craftiness, and knockout power made him a true legend of the sport. Bernard Hopkins, known as the Executioner and later as the Alien, Bernard Hopkins defied time with a career that spanned from 1988 to 2016. His remarkable record stands at 55 wins, 32 by knockout, 8 losses, and 2 draws. Hopkins became the middleweight champion in 1995 and successfully defended the title 20 times until 2005, a record in the division. At age 49, he became the oldest boxer to win a world championship, outclassing Beibut Shumanov to unify the WBA Super and IBF light heavyweight titles. Notable victims of Hopkins' tactical brilliance include Felix Trinidad and Oscar de la Hoya. His losses, often to fellow legends like Sergei Kovalev and Joe Calzaghe, did little to tarnish his storied legacy. Carmen Basilio, often remembered as the embodiment of the classic tough-as-nails fighter, Carmen Basilio enjoyed a sparkling career from 1948 to 1961. His career record, 56 wins, 27 by knockout, 16 losses, and 7 draws. Basilio is most celebrated for his epic battles with Sugar Ray Robinson, whom he defeated to win the world middleweight title in 1957 in a bout named Fight of the Year. Although he lost the title back to Robinson in a rematch, Basilio was a 2-weight world champion, having previously secured the world welterweight title. A symbol of unwavering determination, Basilio remains a beloved figure in boxing history. Erik Morales, known as El Terrible. Erik Morales is a Mexican boxing legend whose career spanned from 1993 to 2012. Morales boasts a career record of 52 wins, 36 by knockout, 9 losses, and 0 draws. One of the few fighters who have won world titles in 4 different weight classes, Morales is renowned for his trilogy with fellow Mexican icon Marco Antonio Barrera, with Morales winning the first bout but losing the subsequent 2 in razor-close decisions. He also had memorable bouts with Manny Pacquiao, winning once and losing twice. A master of the sweet science, Morales will forever be celebrated for his fierce and unyielding fighting style. Evander Holyfield, the real deal. Evander Holyfield is one of the most respected fighters in boxing history, with a career that stretched from 1984 to 2011. His impressive record includes 44 wins, 29 by knockout, 10 losses, and 2 draws. A cruiserweight initially, Holyfield became the undisputed champion in that division before moving up to heavyweight and achieving the same feat, becoming the only 4-time world heavyweight champion. His 2 victories over Mike Tyson, including the infamous bite fight, are iconic. Holyfield displayed exceptional skill, heart, and resilience throughout his career, consistently defying the odds in a series of memorable battles. Ezzard Charles. Known as the Cincinnati Cobra, Ezzard Charles had an extraordinary professional career from 1940 to 1959, with a record of 95 wins, 58 by knockout, 25 losses, and 1 draw. Charles is best remembered as one of the finest light heavyweights who successfully transitioned to heavyweight, where he became the world heavyweight champion in 1949. He is celebrated for his trilogy with Jersey Joe Walcott and for defeating the great Joe Louis, solidifying his place as one of the true greats of the sport. Charles's technical prowess and versatility in the ring made him a nightmare for any opponent. Felix Trinidad. Boxing from 1990 to 2008, Felix Tito Trinidad of Puerto Rico was a force to be reckoned with, amassing a career record of 42 wins, including 35 knockouts and 3 losses. Trinidad was known for his knockout power and iron will. A 3-division world champion, he held the IBF welterweight title from 1993 to 1999 and the WBA light middleweight title twice between 2000 and 2001. In a landmark bout, he defeated the mighty Oscar de la Hoya in 1999, in a battle that was dubbed the Fight of the Millennium. Though Trinidad later suffered notable losses to Bernard Hopkins and Winky Wright, his legacy as one of the greatest fighters of his era is firmly secured. Floyd Mayweather Jr. Often referred to as Money and formerly known as Pretty Boy, Floyd Mayweather Jr. has a career that is simply incomparable, stretching from 1996 to 2015 with select fights thereafter. Mayweather boasts an immaculate record of 50 wins, 27 by knockout, 0 losses, and 0 draws. A 12-time world champion in 5 weight classes, he is celebrated for his unmatched defensive prowess and precise counterpunching. Mayweather has defeated a multitude of boxing greats, including Oscar de la Hoya, Manny Pacquiao, Canelo Alvarez, and Ricky Hatton. Recognized as one of the best pound-for-pound fighters in history, his legacy is that of a tactician, entertainer, and undefeated champion. Frank Bruno. Britain's beloved Big Frank Bruno was the epitome of resilience and determination in a heavyweight boxing ring. Boxing professionally from 1982 to 1996, Bruno's imposing presence was matched by his powerful punches, which led to an impressive career record of 40 wins, 38 by knockout, and 5 losses. Standing at 6 feet 3 inches and often weighing around 240 pounds, he was a physical force in the heavyweight division. Bruno finally tasted World Championship glory on his 4th attempt, winning the WBC heavyweight title in 1995 by defeating Oliver McCall. His resume includes fights with some of the most iconic names in boxing, including Mike Tyson, Lennox Lewis, and Tim Witherspoon. Though he lost to Tyson and Lewis, Bruno's charm, sportsmanship, and knockout power earned him a place as one of the United Kingdom's most cherished sports figures. George Foreman. The imposing Big George Foreman had 2 acts in his incredible boxing career. Initially from 1969 to 1977, and then remarkably returning from 1987 to 1997. He recorded 76 wins, 68 by knockout, 5 losses, and 0 draws. Foreman was a two-time world heavyweight champion and is notably the oldest heavyweight champion in history, reclaiming the title at age 45. In his prime, he was a devastating force, famously beating Joe Frazier in 1973. Foreman's loss to Muhammad Ali in the Rumble in the Jungle in 1974 is one of boxing's most legendary bouts. After a decade-long hiatus, Foreman's comeback and eventual championship recapture is one of sport's great fairy tale stories. Jack Dempsey. Boxing from 1914 to 1927, Jack the Manasseh Mauler Dempsey was a cultural icon and one of the most ferocious and popular champions in boxing history. With a record of 54 wins, 44 by knockout, 6 losses and 9 draws, Dempsey held the heavyweight title from 1919 to 1926. His aggressive style and astonishing power were exemplified when he captured the heavyweight title from Jess Willard in 1919, knocking him down 7 times in the first round. Dempsey's 1927 loss to Gene Tunney in the famous long count fight is still talked about nearly a century later. Dempsey was more than a boxer. He was an international star in the Roaring '20s. Jersey Joe Walcott, born Arnold Raymond Cream, but known professionally as Jersey Joe Walcott. His boxing career spanned from 1930 to 1953, with a record of 51 wins, 32 by knockout, 18 losses, and 2 draws. Walcott is best remembered for his incredible perseverance, finally winning the World Heavyweight Championship in 1951 at the age of 37 after 2 incredibly close and controversial losses to Joe Louis. His knockout of Ezzard Charles to win the title is famous for Walcott's sneak right hand and is one of the most stunning and celebrated punches in boxing history. His reign was ended by the young Rocky Marciano, but Walcott's tenacity and skill have solidified him as a true boxing legend. Joe Frazier, known as Smokin' Joe. Frazier was a force to be reckoned with in heavyweight boxing during his career from 1965 to 1981. His professional record boasts 32 wins, 27 by knockout, 4 losses, and 1 draw. Frazier was the undisputed heavyweight champion from 1970 to 1973, and his relentless, swarming style made him an iconic figure in the sport. He is most famous for his trilogy with Muhammad Ali, which includes the Fight of the Century in 1971 and the brutal Thrilla in Manila in 1975, with Frazier winning the first but losing the last 2. His left hook, which floored Ali in their first bout, is an iconic moment in boxing history. Joe Louis, known as the Brown Bomber. Joe Louis had a remarkable career from 1934 to 1951. He amassed a record of 66 wins, 52 by knockout, 3 losses, and 0 draws. Louis is often regarded as one of the greatest heavyweights in boxing history. He held the World Heavyweight Championship for an astonishing 11 years, from 1937 to 1949, defending his title 25 times, a record for the heavyweight division. His victories over Max Schmeling in 1938 and Billy Conn in 1941 are among the most celebrated in boxing history. Louis was not just a boxing icon, but also a cultural hero, especially in pre-civil rights era America. Jose Luis Castillo. Boxing from 1990 to 2014, Mexico's Jose Luis Castillo was known for his iron chin and relentless pressure. He compiled a record of 66 wins, 57 by knockout, 13 losses, and 1 draw. Castillo is a 2-time lightweight world champion and one of the most respected boxers of his generation. His battles with Diego Corrales, particularly their first bout in 2005, are hailed as some of the greatest fights in boxing history. In that epic confrontation, Castillo suffered a dramatic 10th round TKO in a fight he was winning after Corrales miraculously recovered from 2 knockdowns. Castillo also faced boxing greats like Floyd Mayweather Jr., whom he controversially lost to in 2002, in a fight many believe Castillo deserved to win. Juan Manuel Marquez, known as Dinamita. Juan Manuel Marquez is a Mexican boxing legend with a career spanning from 1993 to 2014. His record stands at 56 wins, 40 by knockout, 7 losses, and 1 draw. A technician in the ring with deadly counter-punching skills, Marquez is one of the few fighters to have won world titles in 4 different weight classes. Perhaps most famously, he is known for his 4-fight saga with Manny Pacquiao, which included a draw, 2 close losses, and a stunning knockout victory in their 4th and final bout in 2012. Marquez's combination of intelligence, power, and resilience made him one of the most respected and beloved fighters of his generation. Julio Cesar Chavez, often referred to as El Gran Campeón Mexicano, Julio Cesar Chavez is a true Mexican boxing icon. His professional career spanned from 1980 to 2005, and he amassed an astonishing record of 107 wins, 85 by knockout, 6 losses, and 2 draws. Chavez holds the record for the most successful defenses of world titles in boxing history, having done so 27 times. Known for his incredible durability and punishing body attack, Chavez was a 6-time world champion in 3 weight divisions. One of his most memorable victories was a dramatic last-round KO of Meldrick Taylor in 1990. His battles with Pernell Whitaker and Oscar de la Hoya are also legendary, showcasing the heart and resilience that endeared him to fans around the world. Ken Norton, boxing from 1967 to 1981. Ken Norton was a heavyweight juggernaut with a career record of 42 wins, including 33 knockouts, 7 losses, and 1 draw. Norton is forever linked with Muhammad Ali due to their epic trilogy, in which Norton famously broke Ali's jaw and won their first encounter in 1973. Their 3 fights were razor close, with Ali winning the rematches via decision, but many believe Norton was deserving of the nod in their series. He later became the WBC heavyweight champion in 1977. Norton's unconventional style, epitomized by his cross-arm defense, made him a unique and unforgettable figure in the sport's history. His losses, notably to Larry Holmes in a split decision in one of the greatest heavyweight title bouts ever, did not diminish his standing in the sport. Larry Holmes. With a career spanning from 1973 to 2002, the Easton assassin Larry Holmes stands tall as one of the finest heavyweight champions in boxing history. Holmes amassed an incredible career record of 69 wins, 44 by knockout, 6 losses, and 0 draws. He reigned as the WBC heavyweight champion from 1978 to 1983, and held the IBF title from 1983 to 1985. Holmes is known for his legendary jab, arguably one of the greatest in boxing history. He defeated notable opponents like Ken Norton in a split decision to win the WBC heavyweight title, and famously beat Jerry Cooney in a racially charged bout in 1982. Holmes also clashed with legends such as Muhammad Ali and Mike Tyson. Despite losing to Tyson and Holyfield, his illustrious career and dominance during his prime are undeniable. Lennox Lewis. A cerebral and powerful heavyweight, Lennox Lewis had a professional career from 1989 to 2003, with a record of 41 wins, 32 by knockout, 2 losses, and 1 draw. The last heavyweight to hold the undisputed title, Lewis is one of the greatest heavyweights of all time. Born in London and raised in Canada, he won gold for Canada at the 1988 Olympics. Lewis avenged both of his professional losses, against Oliver McCall and Hasim Rahman, in decisive fashion. His 2002 victory over Mike Tyson solidified his legacy as one of the best to ever compete in the heavyweight division. Lewis was known for his tactical approach, utilizing his size and reach to great effect, and is remembered as one of the smartest and most skilled heavyweights in boxing history. Manny Pacquiao, known as the Pac-Man, Manny Pacquiao is a living legend in the boxing world. His extraordinary career, which began in 1995, includes a remarkable 62 wins, 39 by knockout, 7 losses, and 2 draws. The Filipino icon is the only boxer in history to win world titles in 8 different weight divisions. From flyweight to light middleweight, Pacquiao's speed, agility, and ferocious combination punching made him a global superstar. His notable victories include wins over Oscar de la Hoya, Ricky Hatton, and Miguel Cotto. His epic duels with Juan Manuel Marquez and his mega fight with Floyd Mayweather Jr. are modern boxing classics. Beyond the ring, Pacquiao is known for his humanitarian work and political career in the Philippines. Marvin Hagler. From 1973 to 1987, marvelous Marvin Hagler dazzled the boxing world with his exceptional skills, resilience, and brutal punching power. Hagler's career record stands at an impressive 62 wins, 52 by knockout, 3 losses, and 2 draws. He was the undisputed middleweight champion from 1980 to 1987, making him the reigning middleweight champion for an astounding 7 years, and one of the longest reigning champions in boxing history. One of Hagler's most legendary battles was the 1985 War against Thomas Hitman Hearns, a ferocious 3-round classic that he won by knockout. Hagler's controversial and highly debated split decision loss to Sugar Ray Leonard in 1987 is still a hot topic among boxing enthusiasts. A southpaw with an iron chin and fierce determination, Hagler left an indelible mark on the sport and is frequently ranked as one of the greatest middleweights of all time. Max Schmeling. A German heavyweight legend, Max Schmeling fought professionally from 1924 to 1948, achieving a record of 56 wins, 40 by knockout, 10 losses, and 4 draws. In 1930, Schmeling won the World Heavyweight Championship via a technical knockout of Jack Sharkey. Schmeling's 2 fights with Joe Louis in 1936 and 1938 were steeped in political and racial tension, with Schmeling winning the first and Louis decisively winning the rematch. Despite the Nazi regime's attempts to use Schmeling as a propaganda symbol, Schmeling was not a member of the Nazi Party and is remembered fondly for his sportsmanship and character, both in and out of the ring. Michael Moorer. From 1988 to 2008, Michael Moorer was a boxer who could turn a fight around with a single punch, boasting a career record of 52 wins, 40 by knockout, 4 losses, and 1 draw. A devastating southpaw with a lethal left hand, Moorer was a rarity, a light heavyweight world champion who successfully moved up to reign as a heavyweight king. In 1994, he carved his name into the annals of boxing history by defeating Evander Holyfield to become the first southpaw heavyweight champion of the world. He was also the first former light heavyweight champion to win a heavyweight title in nearly 80 years. Moorer's shocking 1994 loss to George Foreman, where he was ahead on all scorecards before a Foreman right hand ended the contest, is one of boxing's most memorable moments. Michael Spinks. Known for his finesse and tactical acumen, Michael Spinks fought from 1977 to 1988, compiling an impressive record of 31 wins, 21 by knockout, 1 loss, and 0 draws. Spinks was a dominant light heavyweight, reigning as the undisputed champion in that division, before making the jump to heavyweight and shocking the world by beating Larry Holmes in 1985 to win the heavyweight title, thereby becoming the first reigning light heavyweight champion to win the heavyweight title. His reign as heavyweight champion ended at the hands of Mike Tyson in 1988. Spinks was known for his unconventional style, dubbed the Jinx, which baffled many of his opponents and solidified his place in boxing history. Miguel Cotto. From 2001 to 2017, Puerto Rican legend Miguel Cotto exemplified the essence of a warrior in the ring. Cotto was the epitome of grit and class, with a professional record of 41 wins, 33 by knockout, 6 losses, and no draws. He is the first Puerto Rican boxer to win world titles in 4 different weight classes, ranging from light welterweight to middleweight. Among his notable victories was his revenge win over Antonio Margarito in 2011, and a dominant performance against Sergio Martinez in 2014, which earned him the lineal middleweight title. Though ending in losses, Cotto's battles with Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather Jr. were valiant efforts against two of the best boxers of his era. Cotto's combination of technique, power, and heart made him a beloved figure in boxing and solidified his legacy as one of Puerto Rico's greatest fighters. Mike Tyson, Iron Mike Tyson, whose career spanned from 1985 to 2005, is a name synonymous with ferocity and unprecedented power. With a record of 50 wins, 44 by knockout, 6 losses, and 2 no-contest fights, Tyson became the youngest heavyweight champion in history at just 20 years old. He was the undisputed heavyweight champion and struck fear into the hearts of his opponents. Tyson's most iconic victories include his 91-second demolition of Michael Spinks in 1988 and his punishing defeat of Larry Holmes in 1988. Tyson suffered notable losses, including his shocking upset at the hands of Buster Douglas in 1990 and 2 losses to Evander Holyfield. But his raw power, aggressive style, and larger-than-life persona made him one of the most iconic and entertaining figures in the sport's history. Muhammad Ali, the man known as the greatest Muhammad Ali, graced the boxing world with his unparalleled skills and charisma from 1960 to 1981. With a captivating career record of 56 wins, 37 by knockout, 5 losses, and no draws, Ali was much more than a boxer. He was a global icon. 3 times he claimed the world heavyweight title, a feat that began with the unforgettable upset of Sonny Liston in 1964. His battles with Joe Frazier, particularly the Thrilla in Manila in 1975, are etched into boxing folklore. And who can forget the Rumble in the Jungle in 1974, when Ali, using his rope-a-dope strategy, stunned the world by defeating the seemingly invincible George Foreman. Ali was a master of mind games and psychological warfare, and his resilience was demonstrated in bouts he lost too, like his fierce contests with Ken Norton and Leon Spinks. Ali wasn't just a boxer. He was a civil rights champion and a global ambassador for peace and justice. Nicolino Locche. From 1958 to 1976, Argentina's Nicolino El Intocable, which is Spanish for the untouchable, exhibited a mastery of defense that few could rival. With a record of 117 wins, 14 by knockout, 4 losses, and 14 draws, Nicolino was the embodiment of a defensive wizard in the boxing world. The artistry of his elusive style was something to behold, and his control of the ring was often compared to a conductor in front of an orchestra. In 1968, he captured the WBA light welterweight title by defeating Paul Fuji in Tokyo, and he would hold that title until 1972. Though lacking knockout power, Nicolino mesmerized fans and frustrated opponents with his ability to seemingly avoid punches by mere inches, thus earning his unforgettable moniker. Oscar de la Hoya. Known as the Golden Boy, Oscar de la Hoya's illustrious career spanned from 1992 to 2008. With a sterling record of 39 wins, 30 by knockout, 6 losses, and no draws, De La Hoya was a powerhouse with matinee idol looks and a warrior's spirit. A 6-division world champion, he claimed titles ranging from super featherweight to middleweight, demonstrating extraordinary versatility and skill. His 1999 victory over Ike Cordy showcased his incredible heart, and his defeat of Pernell Whitaker in 1997 was the passing of the torch from one great to another. Though he lost memorable bouts to legends like Floyd Mayweather Jr. and Manny Pacquiao, De La Hoya's legacy is firm. A gifted boxer and a promoter, De La Hoya's impact on the sport of boxing is indelible. Ricky Hatton. Known as the Hitman, Ricky Hatton is one of the United Kingdom's most beloved fighters. His professional career spanned from 1997 to 2012, amassing a record of 45 wins, 32 by knockout, 3 losses, and 0 draws. Hatton's all-action style and down-to-earth personality made him a huge star in his native Britain and beyond. He became a 2-weight world champion, but his most celebrated night was when he defeated Kostya Tszyu for the IBF light welterweight title in 2005. His high-profile bouts with Floyd Mayweather Jr. and Manny Pacquiao, though losses, are notable for the sheer mass of British fans that Hatton brought with him across the Atlantic. Roberto Duran. From 1968 to 2001, Panama's Roberto Duran, who was often referred to as Manos de Piedra, or Hands of Stone, took the boxing world by storm with his ferocious and relentless style. With a remarkable career record of 103 wins, 70 by knockout, 16 losses, and no draws, Duran is widely regarded as one of the greatest lightweight boxers of all time, and a true legend across multiple weight classes. He captured world titles in 4 weight divisions: lightweight, welterweight, light middleweight, and middleweight. Among his most famous victories is the 1980 win over Sugar Ray Leonard, where Duran claimed the WBC welterweight title in a fight that was dubbed the Brawl in Montreal. In a stunning twist, their rematch later that year saw Leonard avenge his loss in the infamous No Maz fight. Duran's warrior spirit and storied career have cemented his place as one of boxing's all-time greats. Rocky Marciano. In a career that spanned from 1947 to 1955, the Brockton blockbuster, Rocky Marciano achieved what no heavyweight has replicated, retiring undefeated. With an impeccable record of 49 wins, 43 by knockout, 0 losses, and 0 draws, Marciano stands alone in the annals of heavyweight history. His relentless pressure and pulverizing power were his trademarks. One of his most iconic victories came in 1952 when he captured the heavyweight world championship by knocking out Jersey Joe Walcott with a devastating right hand known as the Susie Q. Marciano defended his title 6 times, with notable wins over greats like Ezzard Charles and Archie Moore. When discussing the greatest heavyweights of all time, the indomitable Marciano is a name that demands respect and reverence. Roy Jones Jr. An American boxing icon, Roy Jones Jr. had a career from 1989 to 2018 that was nothing short of spectacular. His record stands at 66 wins, 47 by knockout, 9 losses, and 0 draws. Jones is a former 6-time world champion in 4 weight classes, and in his prime, he was considered virtually unbeatable. Known for his incredible hand speed, athleticism, and daring in-ring style, Jones captured titles from middleweight to heavyweight and produced highlight reel knockouts like the one over Montel Griffin in their 1997 rematch. Jones's victory to claim a heavyweight title after starting his career as a light middleweight is one of the most remarkable feats in boxing history. Shane Mosley. Sugar Shane Mosley, whose stellar career spanned from 1993 to 2016, was a force to be reckoned with in the boxing ring. He accumulated a career record of 49 wins, 41 by knockout, 10 losses, and 1 draw. Mosley was a 3-division world champion, dazzling fans with his performances at lightweight, welterweight, and light middleweight. His 2 victories over Oscar de la Hoya are highlights in a career filled with extraordinary battles. Though Mosley lost to fighters like Floyd Mayweather Jr. and Canelo Alvarez, his unforgettable wars with the likes of Vernon Forrest and Miguel Cotto secured his place among boxing's elite. Fast, powerful, and always willing to engage, Mosley was pure entertainment every time he laced up the gloves. Sonny Liston. The menacing and enigmatic Sonny "The Big Bear" Liston boxed professionally from 1953 to 1970, and his career was as controversial as it was impactful. He amassed a record of 50 wins, 39 by knockout, 4 losses, and no draws, though the exact figures are a matter of debate due to the murky early records. Liston's terrifying power and intimidating presence were legendary. He captured the heavyweight title with a first-round knockout of Floyd Patterson in 1962, and repeated the feat in their rematch. However, Liston is perhaps best known for his 2 fights with Muhammad Ali, the first in 1964 ending with Liston on the losing end due to a mysterious shoulder injury, and the second in 1965 ending with the famous Phantom Punch. Liston's life and career were fraught with mystery and challenges, but his boxing prowess and imposing demeanor make him a lasting figure in the annals of the sport. Sugar Ray Leonard. Boxing from 1977 to 1997, with a few retirements in between, Sugar Ray Leonard was the golden boy of boxing's golden age, compiling a professional record of 36 wins, 25 by knockout, 3 losses, and 1 draw. One of the fabulous 4 of the 1980s, Leonard was known for his exceptional speed, finesse, and tactical brilliance. A 5-division world champion, Leonard secured titles from welterweight to light heavyweight. His 1981 win over Thomas Hearns, the Hitman, in a bout dubbed the Showdown, is one of boxing's most legendary fights, as is his iconic 1987 victory over marvelous Marvin Hagler for the middleweight title. Leonard also avenged his loss to Roberto Duran in the famous No Mas fight. Leonard's charisma, coupled with his ring intelligence and poise, solidified his status as one of the greatest boxers of all time. Sugar Ray Robinson, often hailed as the greatest pound-for-pound boxer of all time. Sugar Ray Robinson had an astonishing professional career from 1940 to 1965, with a record of 173 wins, 108 by knockout, 19 losses, 6 draws, and 2 no-contest fights. Robinson was a fluid, natural fighter with incredible power, speed, and technical skill. He held the world welterweight title from 1946 to 1951, and then was the 5-time world middleweight champion between 1951 and 1960. His storied rivalry with Jake LaMotta, with whom he fought 6 times, is legendary, as is his brutal knockout of Gene Fullmer in their 1957 rematch via a perfect left hook. Robinson's style and grace in the ring set a standard that aspiring boxers still aim for today. Thomas Hearns. From 1977 to 2006, Detroit's Thomas the Hitman Hearns was an embodiment of devastating power and sublime boxing skill. Sporting a record of 61 wins, 48 by knockout, 5 losses, and 1 draw, Hearns was the first boxer in history to win world titles in 5 weight divisions: welterweight, light middleweight, middleweight, super middleweight, and light heavyweight. His 1981 showdown with Sugar Ray Leonard, dubbed the Showdown, is one of boxing's most iconic battles, despite Hearns losing via TKO. But it was his 1985 middleweight title fight with Marvin Hagler, known as The War, that etched Hearns into boxing folklore. In his storied career, Hearns beat greats like Roberto Duran and Wilfred Benitez, demonstrating that his Hitman moniker was more than just a nickname. As we take our final bow alongside these 40 extraordinary pugilists, we do so with a profound respect for the sweat, blood, and dreams they have woven into the fabric of this magnificent sport. Each of these legends, in their own unique style and time, has danced under the glaring lights, faced formidable opponents, and in doing so, defined what it means to be a true warrior of the ring. Their stories are not just entertaining tales, but are, in fact, heartfelt lessons in resilience, strategy, and unshakable spirit. As you walk away from this video, may you carry with you not just names and records, but a deeper appreciation for the beautiful ballet of wills that is boxing and for the indomitable souls who have made it so. Here's to the legends, those who have forever etched their names in golden letters across the annals of boxing history. May their legacy continue to inspire new generations of fighters and fans alike. Cheers to the sweet science and to those who have made it legendary.